Strike first, strike hard, and no mercy. A new Cobra Kai is in town. I just saw Cobra Kai 2 and it was a knockout. Cobra Kai has found a new dojo at Netflix and this show is still the best around. What can I say? Cobra Kai never dies and is still the best around. Not only is Cobra Kai the best around, but it shows us a new meaning of no mercy. Cobra Kai Never Dies as Season 6 Part 1 strikes first. Season 6 Part 2 arrives on Netflix. Part 1 struck first, and Part 2 strikes hard. Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 shows no mercy. Wow, this was such an emotionally epic, satisfying conclusion. I'm glad to report that the showrunners of Cobra Kai stuck the landing. While there's some things I would have liked to see, I have to say all the loose ends are pretty much tied up. I just don't know whose idea it was to stretch this season out to 3 parts. This would have been an epic finale if you could see all 15 episodes in one weekend. But I have to say, Cobra Kai is one show that on paper at the beginning, I thought it sounded stupid. And then when I saw it on YouTube Red originally, and I was like, this is like the greatest thing since sliced bread. And the show took a life of its own. This is how you do a reboot. This and Creed. Star Wars, other properties in Hollywood could learn a thing or two from Cobra Kai. I've said this before and I say it again. This not only is a wonderful continuation of the Karate Kid trilogy, but it enhances and respects everything that came before. And yeah, these last 5 episodes pretty much pick up after what happened at the Saikai Taikai tournament in Barcelona. Now, this season and show the last couple of years has been kind of doing this back and forth of like, are they going to progress, are they not? This one, it felt very drawn out besides the split. It kind of went in zany directions, like the all-out brawl it ended on last time in Part 2. It's kind of like the school fight in Season 2, where it's like, how did it get that far? But at the same time, this final season's been like a greatest hits of everything. And what I'm glad to see is that the story, even though I love Daniel Miyagi-Do, they started the Karate Kid films, and this mythology and this saga, this show, Cobra Kai, is about Johnny Lawrence. And they get back to Johnny Lawrence, they get back to Miguel. And William Zabka and Martin Kove give their all in this last season. I mean, somebody give William Zabka his Emmy nomination already. There are moments that pull at your heartstrings in this finale. And all the characters have a satisfying closure point, I have to say. I love the way it starts off with the aftermath. Daniel doesn't want to fight. Johnny does, the kids do. Terry Silver, for his own reasons, has to continue with the Iron Dragons. So the Saikai Taikai is back on, but this time on Daniel LaRusso's choosing, and it's the All Valley tournament on the anniversary. So there's a lot of symmetry here to not only the first season of Cobra Kai, but the very first Karate Kid film. Man, there's a lot of parallels to the films, as well as Rocky. Like, there's a lot of Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and 4 moments that are presented here in so many satisfying ways. Miguel Diaz, man, Cholo Maridueña is fantastic. I hope he continues in live action as Blue Beetle, but like as Miguel Diaz, he finally gets his redemption here. Robbie gets his moments, Sam Torrey, all the kids are just great in this, and most of all, this is the most mature as far as putting closure and forgiveness to everybody's arcs. Kreese finally is waking up and seeing what he's done, and I love that. I love seeing what he did to Johnny, him coming to terms with that, but then also the death of this kid in Cobra Kai. So that was nice to see a level of closure there. Terry Silver confronting Daniel and Johnny, and then Johnny kind of coming full circle in his life, seeing where he started and where he is now. All the characters see where they started, where they began, and see where they are now. There's some great moments. What I love about this too, focusing on Johnny, the way it's filmed looks different. It kind of had that overproduced value that Netflix has with like the tournament. And it was great, it looked nice, but like this kind of got back to the gritty, realistic, grounded look of the first season of Cobra Kai. Very low budget, but you could tell it was shot on location and just felt real. It got back to that, and I love that visually it matched the emotions of the story, where the plot went with Johnny Lawrence. And man, there are some wonderful moments. We finally get a little bit of minor spoilers here, but we finally get "You're the best around" in the show finally. I wish we got more references, or should I say any references to the next Karate Kid. I thought that was in a tie-in with Miyagi somehow. I would have loved to see Julie-san and Daniel meet at Miyagi's grave or just have some type of interaction. That's the only thing that was missing, but there are some more familiar faces from the past that make their way in these final 5 episodes, and overall, this is such a satisfying conclusion. I would have to rewatch the season again to see how I really feel, but right now I give it a 9 out of 10 and an A+. I mean, this stuck the landing for this part. I love this season. Was it as epic and straight to the point as 5? No, but this was an ambitious season that went in so many directions, in so many ways, into so many locations, that it's just great to see closure on Johnny Lawrence's character as well as Daniel, but it left enough open to where if they wanted to explore any of the characters, they can. And I cannot wait to see how Daniel returns, meeting Mr. Han with Jackie Chan and Karate Kid legends as May. Cobra Kai as a whole striked first, striked hard, and showed no mercy. It is the best around, and man, it's bittersweet that it's coming to an end. I've been talking about this show since the YouTube days, and it's taken a life of its own. Maybe we'll get a complete Blu-ray set or even the Karate Kid complete saga this fall with the new film and all the shows and stuff. I don't know, but I would love for Daniel and Julie to meet again some way, but this is such a wonderful series that I never knew I needed, and to have a continuation but then also enhance the previous films, like I said before, is quite something. There are some moments that are a little bit out there, other uses of CG that are a little, look a little unfinished, a little sloppy, but other than that, this has a lot of heart, and it goes the distance. If any Karate Kid, Cobra Kai fan will be satisfied watching this final part. And yeah, I'm going to miss this show a lot, but even though the series has ended, Cobra Kai never dies. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the final 5 episodes on this final season down in the comments below. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Till next time.